Good morning.
Hello. Welcome to our daily live at random time. We'll give a moment for everyone to come on and then do our meditation.
This is a beautiful song you're crafting.
I figured it out we're on day 11.
1-1.
113711.
At 10:37.
Is it really 10:37? I was just
Mhm.
looking at the seconds. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
We're just waiting. Let everyone hop on. Let us know when you're here, because otherwise we don't, and then it's just us. Hi, Tina.
Morning, Tina.
Beautiful queen. You're up early. Oh wait, for you toddlers. Good morning.
Ooh, perfect timing,
Aw,
Jessica.
Jessica. We're gonna do the meditation and we're actually gonna do it sooner rather than later, I think.
You feeling it coming on?
Feeling it coming on. Should we put up the banner?
Oh,
We've been up
yeah.
since 2 a.m. Oh, it's one of those days.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Toddler nightmare day. That's what that feels like to me.
Yeah, toddlers don't care about time.
No, they're just like, I'm awake. Everyone's awake.
Good. I got up and showered this morning, so that was really nice. Lots of changes happening. I got my kid on Friday.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Yeah.
He's coming home.
I woke up thinking, oh, Bishop's almost here, so it's
I
been
know.
a pretty good day.
Yeah, it's been good. We're gearing up for school again. Our school here starts August 3rd for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't know who the teachers are. That's fine. I don't worry about it.
They'll tell you the week before, right? Oh, this is the week before. Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So that should be cool.
Are they having like a little teacher meet and greet or something?
No, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, they do an open house, but I think it's after it's school's on.
I wonder if they're having staffing problems.
I don't know. We're just waiting.
Yeah. Hey, Wendy.
Wendy's also up early. We're just gonna wait a couple minutes. I'm gonna get right into the meditation. I feel like it's really needed right now. I'm being called.
Mm-hmm. I feel really calm. What does that mean? Just be happy.
I think those Fae codes integrated. If anyone caught us last night,
That's
Cindy was like, "Joy and happiness," and the Fae came in.
Because of course they did. And then you could see Twyla on the video watching all the Fae as they were coming. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's really funny.
We're live on Stay Soul Tribe. We're live on Stay YouTube, and we're live on Stay Global.
The globes.
But not the Stay page. So yeah. Thanks for sharing out for us, Tina. That's so thoughtful.
She's great.
We always just pop on. We're like, who shows will show.
Yeah, we can do grounding meditation for sure.
Ooh, that's great.
Maybe we'll just do a little blendy poo.
I feel really grounded. I feel really grounded and like
Oh, thanks, baby girl.
really connected to source today too, all at the same time. These have really, I don't know about you guys, but they've really been helping me at least. I feel a lot. Yeah.
Well, we just talked about it this morning.
Yeah. I feel like I can handle trickier, complex situations with a lot more calm and ease. It's just been really nice to check in with all of you guys every day.
Yeah, I agree.
We've got 4 days left of daily lives.
Yep, and then this week we're going to put up to all the events and everything that'll be coming up. They'll be private events.
Yeah.
Yeah, last night was so fun, right, Jessica? That was a sweet time. I loved it so much. Just getting settled in. I'm always curious, like when people drive by this during the replay and they just see us like this. You know what I mean? And they're just like, what's happening right there?
You know, it always pauses on the best faces, like when I'm uploading to
The tube of you.
YouTube, the thumbnails will always be like like,
Do you think
that's the thumbnail for
do
me.
they pick that on purpose, or is that just like a random?
I don't know, but I choose the goofiest face every time because why not?
Live the goof.
Yeah.
Yo, you guys, so the Humane Society in town is overrun by dogs because, you know, people got dogs during COVID and then they realized they got dogs during COVID. And there's a little bloodhound. And his name is Donald, and I want him.
And he's the most precious.
So I'm trying to convince that I'll go, whoa, this is a thing that you do, that thing that you do.
Mm-hmm,
She's doing a thing, you guys. How do you
true.
do it without making the sound, though?
I mute the site.
What? Oh, that's a millennial thing. You're going to have to teach me later.
Look
at all that.
Hey, Brianna. Brianna?
Both.
Both.
Depends on how posh
I
you're
get
feeling.
so nervous about names.
Well,
I really do.
Yeah, no, I get it. They're important.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I taught for 9 years, and if there's one thing I learned is that human beings like their name pronounced the exact right way, which I fully support. That's a major part of one's identity. It's like one of the first points of your identity that you are aware of. So I'm always like, oh no, don't say someone's name wrong. And then I'm like, I'm just a human being. They'll correct me, hopefully. That's what I hope anyways. People will just correct me.
Okay.
You ready?
Ready. I was like, I will correct you. My name is Allison.
What? I've been saying Alison this whole time.
Allison.
Oh, yeah. I love that. I'm not my name.
It does carry a certain vibrational frequency. There's this really amazing guy who on the talk of ticks that
It's just like a page for tick enthusiasts.
Yeah. It's like the Book of Faces and the Tube of Ubes. I just like to say it backwards because can. And he takes apart like you know, like, and then he takes it apart and you see how each one's a chord. Guess what note is missing?
Well, yeah.
My name's
Tina, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. I mean, Frank, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. I know.
Oh no, Frank!
I actually just watched a TikTok too where he was showing we associate certain faces with certain names. So people, they did an experiment where they like showed someone's face and they were like, gave 4 choices and they would say, what's this person's name? And people could guess over. So if it's 4 names, then you have a 25% chance of guessing it correctly at random. And people were guessing it correctly at like 40%. So, and then it's an illusion. And then they would figure out, so they would do like computer generated faces and they would figure out where in the face that part of the face needs to be like accentuated for that name to make the most sense for that person. So like Marks tend to have bigger bridges of the nose. And so if you have a bigger bridge of the nose, and people will assume your name is Mark over Dan or Tim or whatever. And I was like, this is crazy. So he was like, yeah, so if different faces hold different like perceptions in our mind of was this TikTok or was this YouTube? I think it might have been YouTube. I went down a rabbit hole of chaos. It was really fun.
Rabbit holes are my favorite.
You know, instead of sleeping like I was supposed to be
Let me learn about this weird thing. That's what I did with the voice thing, the notes and the chords. It's all about magic.
I love brains. You're like, oh, you're trying to rest? No, let's just learn about facial structures and how they relate to names right now. I was like, okay.
I mean, but that seems like that's something that is normal, right? No, do people just go to bed? Does anyone just fall asleep? Does anyone here right now just close their eyeballs and say, I'm tired, and then go to sleep?
I know people that do, but
I don't think they're real.
My stepdad does. He says he pictures all white in his brain. He breathes in 3 times and then he's asleep. But he also was in the military. He was in the Air Force for years and years. And
so
he would do 3 days on, 3 days off. So on your 3 days on, you had to be awake for the majority of that time. So when he had his 3 days off, he would like want to sleep. And he had toddlers at the time. So if he got
sounds like terrifying time.
If he got a moment to sleep at 21, he would take that moment. So he learned how to just put himself directly to sleep. Your husband does, Jessica.
I love that. Teach me the way as Jessica's husband. I did a journey last night, and it was a healing journey. I've been following this Sandra Ingerman shamanic visioning book course thing. And because Jared's like super into that, and I was like, yeah, Journey, that seems so safe. There are no rules. It's really not good for me. I was like, oh, I definitely am a guided meditation. I need like instructions and I can like go off. But she's like, okay, envision this and intend for this. And then she starts drumming, and I was like, oh no. Because you like start in a place of nature, right? And they're like, and I guess, is it like supposed to be the same place every time? So you have some follow-up questions. And so it wasn't. But I started at the same place, and then you're supposed to bring your power animal, which I think is the same and or different from the totem animal. And there's like so many different kinds of animals, you guys. It's so fun. And then you have your human teacher from the stars. But I realized, right? I know it doesn't make any sense, from the upper world. Anyway, so yeah, my power animal, my totem, which I didn't know what it was this shape-shifting thing. And then I talked to Kaylee about it, and she was like, oh, that's a will-o-wisp, like in that movie Brave, right? The little but here's what's crazy. I didn't realize that. So when I went to the higher upper realms, that was also, there were 3 of them, and they were like, oh, we're stars, but they look like 3 little wisps, and that was the 3 stars of Polaris, and I didn't know Polaris had a star. So then you do this healing thing, right? You're supposed to do the healing thing, and in true form, I would like straight up like cruise directed like a magic show. I was like, they all like came around and flew around. And I was like, dude, because the drumming's like a real like, I don't know, you can like move, right? I don't know. It was cool because I didn't really know what I was doing.
Yeah, I feel like I would be completely lost on a journey.
Yeah, because and then to signify, because she trains your brain when the notes, the beat changes, you come back. She's like, yeah, just come back. And
I don't know.
In true choreography, I was like, never. And then
there's a rule, I will rebel.
10 hours later. Oh, the podcast stuff. Oh, you got past life? Yeah, you guys, if you listen to the podcast and you want to share, please do. I love it. And we're also like putting together lists. We're going to start having people on as their interests, like wise women. So we're just like doing, I don't even know. Are we making a spreadsheet? And then people that we know. We'll
it's me. Of course, I have a spreadsheet and it's color coded.
Yeah. And one of my very first Akashic record readings with this super cool human being, they were like, they go and they find your 2 like biggest starseed influencers. That's like kind of their jam. And I was laughing because they were like, so you've got opposites, exact opposites. You have Arcturus and Polaris, and they're completely opposite, right? And I was like, and then I think about my sidereal. My sun is an Aquarius, my moon's in Leo. I'm a Libra ascendant. I was like, dang, I really all about opposites coming together in balance. It's so interesting how it works. But
YouTube channel is just Say Unistay.
Yeah. Unless you're under the age of 25, then it's Say Unaste.
Correct. Yes, the young kids.
They refer to it as Say Unaste. That's what I was told.
I almost said like it nasty, and that was going to be inappropriate. So, but now I've already said it, so here we are.
There was this one time when I was doing a little Reiki attunement. Do you remember that time?
To the window, to the walls, and I'll let you guys finish that. Wendy and I lost our ever-loving minds because it was hilarious.
I didn't know that was like a thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I knew.
You didn't know the song, though, probably,
right?
But
not in the context of like when I'm
to the window, to the walls. Wendy and I are just like, oh, these women crawl. The raps. That's how old people say it, right? The raps.
All right, let's get started because we were starting 14 minutes in.
Remember, you're like, we're going to do the meditation right away. Early on. That's all right.
Anytime I say something, it's usually the opposite. Okay. So let's get settled into our bodies, perhaps laying down on the ground, if you're a dog or me, and just taking a deep breath in and holding that and releasing. Tuning into your mind's eye, allowing your mind to get all of its chatter out, your heart, tuning into your center of gravity, it's about 2 inches below your navel, also known as the sacral chakra. I'm going to rub my eyeballs. Just tuning into your body, seeing if it has any info, any messages, noticing how your spine is, your shoulders, your elbows, your knees, your feet. Really just noticing how secure your hips are on the space where you're resting. How plugged in you are into the earth in your body. Take another deep breath in. Really gathering up that energy as you're holding. Allowing it to build and build. Pushing and pushing. And release. And as you're releasing, relaxing, letting go, letting it all just drain away. Perhaps you're even envisioning water washing over you, just cleansing the body, the soul. Just taking a moment to consciously enter the sacred space between the no thing and the something. Allowing your senses to open. Do you notice other tribe members, ancestors, guides? What do you see, you smell, you hear, you feel? And even though you're in this beautiful vessel here on earth, you're also here in the space between the no thing and the something. Just allow yourself space to get settled in here. Perhaps you're sensing comfy cushions. Perhaps there's a room that's being created in your mind's eye. This is your sacred container. It's always open to you and only you. Just take a moment to notice all the energies that are there, and should they stay or should they go. Tuning into your heart, tuning into your breath. In these next few moments, allow the language of light, the soul language, to wash over you, to mend what is broken, to take what no longer serves, to breathe light and love within what is wanted. To bring balance, security, and yet hold that sense of wonderment and hope. Breathe. Hia horia hama hashati. Hahaya no oro hohoya nahi. Hahaya no oro. Aria no ora ahaya shana. Ore hia hana hamana. Yado ora ahia satoro hi. Nahahaya hahaya siana. Yakuro aharia ahiana. Yarohoria haha shanarahi. Yahahana oro ia na ara iasha. No nohori yaharia na loina ha. Ariaho oro hihia na ha. Uru hia ha harehi. Hahaya no ho oho oro ia haya hi. Hara oro ira naharaso. Dakara oro hihia na taraho. Yanohore ihaya shana. Dara ia huru kia ha hashani. Nohoro inia a ta sara o koreana I. Da satoros. Narahi shataro nahaka iata. through your breath, through your mind, through your heart. Allow yourself to receive what is needed at this time for you. The gentle knowing and reminder that as you nourish yourself, you are nourishing others. As you love yourself, you are loving others. For you are just another me, and I am simply another you. Allow the warmth and the light surrounding you to bring comfort and joy. Noticing that whatever comes through, doesn't matter what that outside is, you are still there. Even if your eyes are jolted open, you're still there. There's a knowing, a wanting, that it doesn't matter what sways around you or blows by, distracts you, or has you jump out of your space. You can easily return to it through your breath, just like now. So as these unexpected things come at you, take a moment to notice with these beautiful open eyeballs that you're still there and you're here. And at any time you wish, you just simply close your eyes, take that deep breath, allow yourself to step right back in. And here comes the train. This is one moment in meditation that is so interesting. And something as you do on the daily, your brain gets really good about stepping in and out of it. And so just like that, if there's some kind of outside interruption in that way, which brings your brain out, this is a great way to practice allowing your brain to come back in because you've been doing it every day. This also will help open with your own personal channeling and any message receiving. Just kind of allow you to be open when you're ready to step in and out. It's a great, great practice. Yeah. It's good. Let us know what you think. It's kind of even more fun too to go back to them. And like then your brain like knows the interruption's coming, but it doesn't know exactly when because it gets like kind of lost in those gamma waves. It's really fun. So I think record stuff is so cool. You're so welcome. Sending love, sending love. It's like I get to watch us go back in time. And I forget that we're live, and because I'm so busy watching us back. Yeah, Jessica, that's so interesting that you brought that up. We're actually putting together, today we're formulating and finishing, and we'll be opening up our Patreon channel, which there'll be lots of details, and we'll do a live about that. Opening up, so there'll be a place where there'll be lives and recordings and all that kind of stuff and practice and all those good things, and a place to kind of find yourself in that way. And we help cruise direct in that way, and it'll be collaborative, of course, with the rest of the squad. But yeah, there will be a dedication, a piece to meditation and just learning how to train your brain. And it's so funny because Two trains are going at the same time, opposite directions. Yeah. These next couple turns that are coming through in the next years are really going to be about us being able to hold our metronome and to hold our center as things change around us, and really being able to kind of zone in. So thanks so much for saying that, because it's exactly what we're working on. There's going to be all kinds of fun stuff. Kind of more of this is like a little bit of almost of a weaving of sorts right now, really finding our rhythm and feeling what really works, and what we're called to do as we do our work, and make it affordable and reasonable and real for all of us, right? So we all can have a life.
Yeah. Thank you for that meditation. I'm sorry it ended.
It was
abruptly,
perfect.
But it was
that's exactly what it should be.
Yeah, what I was going to say too. It ended up being just like the most beautifully perfect way for us to convey another portion of meditation, which is when the world can't be quiet and still, and what do we do then when those situations arise? So yeah.
Especially if an ADHD brain like me, like a neurodivergent brain that just jumps. That's kind of fun. Yeah, it's good.
Hey, Lorna, by the way.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining.
You always know when Lorna's here because you see the llamas.
I know. I love it so much. For anyone who's in England, should make a trip down to see that queen in real life.
She has that new beautiful room.
I know. It's like a whole different world, right? Because you like go in this office building and you're like, do, 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 do. And you open the door. You're just like, what's happening? Magic. I remote view that space a lot going up the steps. It's really fun. So if you're in that building and you're feeling some creepiness, but it's probably me.
Just being a creeper.
Just being a creeper, remote viewing.
I like it.
Sounds so positive. Yeah. Llama love and llama licks. Anyone want some astrodice or reading today? We're really just coming on every day to hang out too. Just to connect. To see your faces in a way.
Such a stillness today.
I know. Outside's really still too. I mean, there's the cars, but there's no wind, I've noticed.
Right.
It's almost like a bubble has kind of gone around us in that way, right?
I think it's going to be a beautiful day.
It already is. We're going to watch some Umbrella Academy later. And then we're going to work on the consultant stuff. Working on the land. That's coming along. We did River of Life work yesterday and got to spend time with one of our favorite human beings and her beautiful family. I'm just so chill, you guys. Just like, it's great. Yeah, definitely. Message today. One was thick, but in a light way. Yeah.
Lorna, are you just looking for dice today?
Dice it up. Dice it up. Dice it up. Hey guys, a robocollar is calling me.
Ooh, that's exciting.
I'll pull a quote for you too, Lorna. You always put great quotes in your group. Moonlight Healing. No robocollar. I don't want to talk to you.
Virgo and Neptune in the 5th house of Leo. Ooh, that's fun. This is play. This is really fun play. This is finding one's dream through playful activity. The 5th house of Leo is that childlike spirit. And then Neptune is dreams and intuition. And then Virgo is like day to day. So making a daily habit or routine of doing something that your inner child just sings for, and that will help bring more abundance in daily.
I love that. The quote for you is, I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. How apropos for you. I know you got a message from a local paper. I can't wait to
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, they're gonna do an interview. Like a reporter's coming and gonna be interviewing her. I know. Enjoy the quiet time of your life, Florida.
That is the coolest.
Oh, good. Yeah. I love how that resonates for Jesse. That's great. Anyone else want a quote or a message or a dice or what are you like? Whatever. We can just hang out and talk. I'm so open to that.
You're so welcome.
This is the hardest time for so many of us, right? This is me. I'm included in this, okay? Like, we're all going through the thing, right? And it really is like this shedding of what no longer serves us. And it is pushing us to the absolute edge. I know, like, we've all been talking about this. I know Tina and I were just blabbing about it the other day. It's like, so just know it's going to be okay because change is consistent in life. I think I need a haircut.
You feeling like a haircut?
Go, go, go. Astrodice.
All right, Jessica, rolling it up. Sagittarius and Mercury in the 8th house of Scorpio. Okay. Sag, Mercury, Scorpio. Sag, Mercury, Scorpio.
Go with the flow, Selena says. Selena is very wise guide. I'm glad she's helping us out.
This one's going to take me a second if you want to pull a card.
Oh, I can pull a quote card while you're waiting?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a lot of information.
Yes, your quote, dearest Jessica. I love this so much. My vibes speak louder than my words. Yeah, lavender and butterflies. Violet, even if you will. Yeah, Scotoscorina.
So, are you thinking about going back to school for something? Like, have you just had a thought about buying a course or going back for like a degree or something like that? Because there's a lot of like gaining knowledge cards or mind clarity cards or searching for higher truth information in this, almost like you're on this path to really reach the next level of whatever thing you're pursuing. So Sagittarius is the archer, right? It shoots for the highest target. So it's up there in the world of philosophy or higher wisdoms. It's a truth-seeking card. Mercury rules the mind. It rules communication. And then the 8th house of Scorpio is a rebirth. So it's like you're having this phoenix moment almost in your search for the greater truths. So if you're interested in taking classes or learning more, this is a really good time to do that.
I love that.
Very nice. All right, Stephanie.
Oh, you got a new guide coming in too, Jessica. Holy cow. I think it is a phoenix.
Mercury and Pisces in the 6th house of Virgo. Mercury, go ahead.
You got the same one. You got the same one. My vibes speak louder than my words. That's so wild. If you guys saw me shuffling that, that's so funny.
That's incredible.
Whoa. I love when that happens. Go on, I'm so sorry. Thank you for allowing me to step forth.
Absolutely. So Mars and Pisces. Mars is traditionally ruled by Aries. It's the planet of aggression, getting shit done. Sometimes sexy times too. Pisces is the opposite of Virgo, which is the house that you got. So there is some Pisces being like the dreams and the intuition, Virgo being the day-to-day servitude type situation. So you're really digging in deeper and much more seriously than ever before into your passions and dreams. So you're no longer taking no for an answer. You're no longer interested in just passively hoping for things to come to fruition. You're getting much more serious about the things coming your way. And I say go for it, because if Mars is on your side with something, Mars is like the victory bringer, right? So whatever this is that you're passionate about, that you're getting much more serious about, this is a really great thing, and I highly encourage you to keep getting after it.
I love that. Get it, get it. Get it.
Hi, Pam.
Pam. Beautiful Pammy. She is so great.
So for anyone who's tuning in just right now, we're doing free astrodice rolls and quote cards, and then we just finished up our free meditation for the day. So if you're just now tuning in, you can go back and watch the replay and get your daily meditation. And then if you'd like a full reading from both of us, we are just doing open donations of any amount that you'd like to paypal.me/Zunather.
That's me. You can see Pink Fluffy Unicorn as a profile picture.
It is with a rainbow.
Oh, that's right. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbow.
Oh wait, does it have a rainbow, or is that just?
It's a rainbow. It's for life. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If I were to be a unicorn, I would be pink and fluffy. But if I were to be an alicorn, I would be lavender.
Which you have.
Which I have,
before.
yeah.
Hey, Fern.
Fern! Dude, Fern took some beautiful pictures the other day.
Yeah?
With that woodpecker.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the healing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So nice. Nature's just so healing, right? Always go out. Mm-hmm. Even the invasive species can be your friends. Unless it's Virginia creeper, then murder it. Home sweet home, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. We're just making sure that everyone knows the home base is active, and as people go out and do, and there's always a place to come home to and come back. There's just so much shifting, and something that Lorna has really been very passionate to remind me about is that, staying to stay is the spiritual pillar of home for us in our tribe. One of the home bases, of course, we all have more than one, should we choose, but it was really important message for me to receive in order to ensure that, and then the inspiration from the angels always really helps. But yeah, it's really about just kind of getting in and getting to know. So as people come through and come in, it's just a great landing pad to check things out, and just know that you belong somewhere is always really good. And that everyone's welcome at the table, right? We're not all meant to do the same things. We don't all have the same frequency or the same flavor. If we did, oh my gosh,
it'd be pretty boring.
It'd be like the 1950s all over again.
The worst.
Yeah, I was not alive during that time in any life ever. I just avoid that entire decade. It's too much. I love how you can just braid your hair. I always find it so fascinating people just braid their hair.
It gets on my nerves, and then I'm like flipping it back and forth, and I'm like, just braid it. Be done with it.
Sometimes I get hit in the face.
Sometimes you do get hit in the face.
That's pretty great.
I have long hair.
I get hit in the face. Mine's getting there, though.
Yeah, yours is nice and long.
Well, I haven't had it cut in forever.
Just get little trimsies.
It's like so much work.
I get mine cut once every year to year and a half, sometimes 2 years.
What were you speaking during the meditation? Yeah, great question. That soul language frequency was a blend of kind of like the ancient indigenous people of this land, kind of with a little breath of Pachamama, Mama Earth in there, kind of like the mom flavor of Earth. Just really kind of just sending a blessing and a love, and really just allowing everyone to receive what they needed at that time, to really just to know that they belong. That's kind of like the biggest thing that's been coming through for most of my channelings, is people they're just not sure anymore. I mean, especially if you're like super tied to the star seeds, it's like, let's be real, you guys. If you come from like the sound of magic, or the sound, which I also think is the sound of silence, and silence and science, could be both. But when you come,
fun channel.
I know, when you come from other places, right, and your soul agrees to come here to learn these lessons, right, because this is not an easy place. I mean, Jared literally got tricked. Yeah. Someone gave him the wrong ticket. The director gave him the wrong ticket and was like, "You're going to this." And then he woke up here and he was like, "What the hell?" supposed to be to Earth. So it is, yeah, it is so much about that. Thank you so much. Yeah. And, you guys, we all have the ability to channel. This is something that, so many of us are passionate about. If anyone's been following Tina's TikToks at all, Cosmic Earth Child, she is really tuning into people and helping them kind of tune into their energy and, what they really are kind of called to do in the beginning of their thing. So it's like such a great place. But we all can channel, we all can heal. In the beginning, pre-recorded history of time, we were born knowing that, right? And so it's just kind of like a relearning and a reconnection. I don't know. We like challenges. It's strange, but we do. I feel like our tribe too, especially like people in our tribe are like, oh, this is really hard. Mm-hmm. Let's do it. Let's save the world. Yeah. Let's help the light beings who have been stuck here karmically reconnect, right? Are rewoven in that way. And there's so many different types of games going on, right? And it's really about finding where you feel good and what feels right to you, and that your divine sovereignty is honored, and that in yourself that you don't have to do or be anything other than you, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe watch some Mr. Rogers. Can't hurt. It's good for the soul. Just really taking the time. There's so many of us that have come to hold the frequency of love, right? In that true way. Like the scenes are kind of flipping back in. That's been in our awareness now for a number of months, and all of that, and ancient, like all the ancient stuff's coming through, especially parts of like people reliving their Norse lives and reliving their Mayan lives and reliving their ancient Egyptian lives and their Greek lives, and and just really going back and connecting into that, because it helps us, and it also helps us heal, like, and know what is ours and what's not ours. And sometimes that's the hardest thing. Is I thankfully have a Gemmy moon, and we've learned all about Gemmy moons thanks to this queen explaining to us what the hell Gemmy moon is and why their superpower is absorbing the healing. Can you explain exactly what it does?
Yeah, Geminis are always of two minds. When it's in that moon placement, it relates to the emotion and what that person needs in security. So one thing that a Gemini moon needs to feel secure, which is kind of the question that your moon sign answers, what do I need to feel secure? And one of those things is a Gemini moon needs everyone's voice to be heard. They need all of their thoughts and ideas and expressions to be heard. So a lot of times for those of us who have a Gemini moon, we tend to take on other people's outlooks on things. My mom always used to say when I was a kid that you just are so easily persuaded by other people to be in their mindset, or like you just easily take on other people's characteristics. And it's because I never wanted them not to have a voice or feel alone or be unheard or unseen. So I would immediately, like, in the case of, let's say, your daughter Penelope, who has a Gemini moon, her dad is afraid of spiders, so she is afraid of spiders, right? And then she has to sometimes sit and think, and we're working on this with her because she's little, right? She's just figuring out what this is. Is this my fear, or is this me not wanting daddy to feel alone for having his fear? So it's a really cute way. This happens to a lot of people who identify as empaths. Where they have to take a moment, and you eventually learn to take a moment and be like, okay, am I the one feeling anxious right now, or is this someone else who's getting a beer at the brewery with me who's feeling anxious? Like, what is this situation going on? So yeah, that's a Gemini moon. Mm-hmm. Or that's how some people can manifest their Gemini moon. It depends on what your other planets and signs are around it.
But I know astrology is so complicated. It makes my brain bleed. I go, this is like algebra. It's like when you get into algebra and then they start doing, like, they're like, actually, this is calculus and trigonometry. And you're like, wait, what? Note today from a lady that I love to read her astrology stuff said, let heaviness be cleared away and replaced with lighter energy of my choosing. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Jessica, thank you for sharing that. Is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Love the energy from the moon. Always talks to me, takes what does not serve you. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful.
Because it changes, right? Mm-hmm. The sun's kind of consistent. Wow. Yeah. It's viewed as consistent, I guess. Do 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 do. Why? Why, Aladdin? Why do you come to my brain?
Oh, that's an Aladdin song?
Yeah, you'll never have a friend like me.
Oh. Card for the collective, the call. I don't know what that translates to.
The call, you guys. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to where you're led. Listen to like all parts of you, not just your mind, not just your heart, not just your soul, but really tuning in, saying what does the whole of me desire, right? Because your soul really like knows the plan, but it's your mind and your heart that execute it. So it's honoring all parts of that, because sometimes, yeah, the soul knows everything, but sometimes it's not as much fun, or well, maybe not even as dramatic, maybe, but you know what I mean, to have these deep experiences being a human being. Yeah, it is really about listening to that and trusting what that is. And you are going to be pushed to the edge. That's the point. And we happen to be a flavor of tribe, of frequency that just like really is here to see how far we'll go, right? Maybe you need to, if you haven't seen Moana, that would be a good movie to watch. Right?
We're dealing in a lot of Disney movies lately, and
I think Harry and Harry Potter, right?
Yeah.
He's pushed to the edge, like at the end of every book.
It's true.
Who he is and what he stands for.
In the Umbrella Academy, they're pushed.
Oh my god, the Umbrella Academy. That's happening in 12 minutes. Coffee and Umbrella Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is that too, about just allowing yourself to just trust and trust and trust and trust when something comes into your awareness, like really look at it and say, does this make sense? What am I learning from this? And then great, releasing it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the call. Maybe we should have like some kind of like everyone who owns a dog and see if they can get them to do a little and we'll record it and layer it up.
It'll be a jolt to the heart. It'll be nice.
Yeah, we can add it into the meditation. It'll be so good. That could be the opening.
It just deeply meditated. That's what it's like to do a meditation at my house every time. So
it's so good though.
I feel right at home.
Yeah, there is something about that change in frequency. Well, in your dog's defense, there's a lot of energies that try to come into the house. We're like, no. Okay, Faye. No. It's fun. I'm feeling super grounded and centered, man.
Yeah.
You guys feeling good?
Let's take on the world today. We can do it.
Yeah, we are doing it. Every time you say yes to yourself. It's okay to get lost. It's okay to overthink things. It's okay to doubt.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to be you. That's what makes you so amazing, because you're you. And you're you. And I'm me. Yes, dice roll. Doo-doo. Dun, 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 dun.
Fern. Okay. I was trying to figure out.
I was like, that feels like Fern.
All right, Fern.
Here we go. Oh, I'll get your quote. I'm participating.
Well, that's hilarious.
You got an owl, which I think is so amazing. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Yeah, you do. You're like the leader in that.
Pisces, Neptune in the 12th house, which is all Pisces.
Just like a triple Pisces. Talking about being in the flow. The flow in the know.
Alrighty. So yeah, this is illuminating all delusions. This is being aware of all illusions. This is coming to terms and closing big chapters in one's life and being able to have the intuition in order to fully close them at this time. So this is some big karmic relief things. So Very, very exciting stuff, but very, very difficult work.
Yeah.
So a major cycle is now ending, and it's time for you to start dream weaving what you want the rest of it to look like. Instead of living in the sadness that this is going away, even if it was something bad that was happening, sometimes we can get, I'm not sure why this, okay, apparently I'm going to give you a speech. Even if there's something bad that's ending, sometimes we get very attached to the fact that that's been a part of our lives. And even though we don't want it in our lives, we still feel sad about what could possibly be around the next corner. So just make sure that you are focusing more on what you want the next phase to look like and dream weaving that, and less on this feeling of loss.
Yeah, it's a brain thing, right? Our brains get stuck in a rut.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I love that.
Sarah.
Roll the dice. Roll the dice. Thanks, Fern.
Libra and what's that one? Pluto. Oh yeah, Libra and Pluto
Yes, good.
in the 5th house of Leo.
Ja tarakisk nakot arkmak ishnia. Joskri isi atus. Toskrarask miki ish anos.
Transforming your partnerships, relationships. Something has to give, because you're not able to play in the way that you want to right now. And so something has to change right now with your partnerships. There needs to be a rebirth. And if there's not a rebirth, I can sense a Tower moment coming to force that rebirth, because you just have too many good things that you are working on right now that the universe just doesn't have time for the distraction. So, yeah, there's some sort of partnership that you're in, or someone that you're working with, maybe, that is preventing you from, they almost have this like coating on them or something, where it feels like it's going in the right way, or that they're going to be there, but for some reason they're just not wanting to come along. But the thing is that Leo brings in a lot of joy. It brings in a lot of childlike energy. It brings in a lot of fun to the party. So it's whoever this is who's not letting the party happen. It's time for, like, this is the straw that broke the camel's back, essentially. And it's time to really look at changing up this partnership. And I don't know if this necessarily means releasing this partner, but it could be like a businessy person or something like that you have to let go of, if that makes sense.
Quote is like so perfect. Right. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. I feel like that's your eyeball and us, you telling us the quote, by the way. Because this is so you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Kelly!
Yeah, and that makes sense with this, right? Because it's like, once you have so many things that you're doing that are so good for the world, and it's like, now that you've got the faith that you're getting that done, it's like your whole perception on everything around you shifts.
Yep. There's a hole in my shirt. So weird.
There's a hole in your shirt?
Yeah. I can see it on the screen.
Oh.
I can see my skin coming through. It's cool.
It happens to the best of us.
Whatever. It's all good. Is dream weaving on your radar for teaching, or is there something you've all done before? Yeah, totally. So dream weaving, actually, that's part of the Seeker 101. That's where we begin the dream weave and how to do it and what that is. And it's like an hour we sit together, and then it depends on where you want to go with dream weaving, right? How deep. I always recommend executable. So it's like the idea is dream weave, and if you're like me who's got a lot of creative ideas and get it all there, right? Mm-hmm. And can do it and help and get there, but needs another human to help execute, I would pick. Like, I would always like, oh, you want to learn how to do this, send them to an executable person. Yeah. And we have we have so many of our tribe. Our tribe is like super awesome because everyone does something different, but we all kind of do the same thing. It's all about being supportive. But yeah, we could definitely teach a dream weaving. That would be fun. I love that plan.
Yeah, if you're just looking for like yourself to have a little moment, yeah, just like Allison said, there's Seeker 101 that she offers. It's like it can be 30 minutes to an hour to 2 hours, depending on what you want to spend dream weaving. And then a lot of times she can shoot some of those plans over to me, and then you can set up an appointment with me to start putting those things into action. Which is basically what you just said. So sorry.
No, I love it. I think it's great to hear from 2 different ways. So it depends on what you want to do, right? Like, do you want to, like, are you starting your own business or that kind of thing? Like, that's all kind of what we hold together. Like, everything is possible. Maybe that's something, maybe you just want to, and then connect you to other people. Maybe you just want to build grids in your backyard, you know what I mean? Or like a medicine wheel, or you want to learn more about whatever and what that means. Yeah. Yeah, we can come together as a package deal. It's true. And that's what's so cool about the Say Unistay pillar, that this is a spiritual pillar of Felicity in life, is that we have an international squad, these beautiful circle founders who have been with us forever, have been with me forever, even before I knew you, Miss Yvette, in this life at that time, who are dear friends and who really said yes to wanting to co-create a better world and in their way that it feels good for them, right? Like deep shadow work with Kaylee, like it's like nothing you've ever seen, right? Adventures with Lorna, like, oh my gosh, Tina with the coding and all of that beautiful stuff and things that we do together. We all have these incredible ways about us, right? The coaching, the mentoring. There's so much out there. There's Allie, of course. There's 8 of us in the core. That are really there for that particular pillar that I've said yes. And it's hard to say yes in the beginning of creating something, right? Because like, we don't all know what we're doing. We've never done this before, but we know that we know that we want to connect. We know we want to share, and we know that we want to share the knowledge and teach what we know, and then, help lift others up. And so that, and that pillar will grow and change. And just like the other 4, there's 5 pillars all day, if you will, that have, each have different parts of our life. But yeah, for sure, Felicity has like the nutrition, the education, spirit, the consciousness pillar. The consciousness pillar, the 3D business world, and then the blend of all of that community
outreach.
That's where the sanctuaries really come forth. It's pretty wild.
It is.
It's growing really fast. It's kind of nice. We had a little bit of a lull, gratefully. We all go through these, they kind of plateaus. Like your life will plateau a little bit when there's a need to like rest and integrate, ebbs and flows like seasons. But yeah, we offer all of that stuff. It's all, you can just even get like a soul map from Nancy if you're just like, I want something channeled, and then have Kaylee decoded. That was like a whole other world. Or maybe a tethering of your crown that's coming up on the 6th. There's so many things out there. If you want to dive deep into paint, like Dina's doing this Awaken the Artist of Your Soul. She'll help you open your intuitive painting, or intuitive art that way. I think she suggests different types of, I always just say painting because that's always seems like to be the the one where I'm like, about the most, like painting. But yeah, that we all do cool stuff. Oh yeah, Nancy's codes are on sale. Maps are on sale right now. I don't know if you guys you should go do one. You know what we should do? Kaylee and I talked about this, is doing a little video on with us what it means in using one of my codes. Dreamweaver. Maybe we'll do the map to home.
Yeah, both of Nancy's codes are on sale. Both the map to home and her soul code. Yeah. But the D code from Kaylee is not on sale.
Yeah, because that takes like a week.
Yeah.
I've sat with her. So I said one time I decided I was like, I'm gonna sit with Kaylee while she decodes my code. And I was like, first of all, we got lost for like 3 days on the word Phoebe. And then it's like incredible what she uncovers, and then to put it all together. And then also too, like everything, I mean, she learns all that stuff and discovers it and then integrates it. And then it goes and it's like a web. Like, I'm just like, how did you even get here? Right. And then when she does videos, which is like even cooler because you just get like the emotional conveyance. Right. Yeah.
You can find Nancy's information at the Stay Unistay website. You click on Meet Our Stars, and then the little tabby will come down, and you can just click straight on Nancy's name from there.
Yeah.
And I think the website is on the...
Yep, it's just stayunistay.com. / Meet Our Stars. Yep, and that's where we have all our festivals, and it's really like where we try to connect people with everybody in our workshops. And I'll be teaching Reiki in person. Eventually, I may be teaching Reiki online. They just really want me to do. I'm really called to do more in person stuff. There's just something about that. Yeah, it's awesome.
Hey, Sandy.
Sandy, hi. Feels good. So thank you to all who are just joining us. We start off with a meditation. I definitely recommend once this pops off and it loads to go back and do that. You can go back in time. You can look up the hashtag meditation. That'll pull up all of the videos we've done for the past 11 days, which is so cool. And we'll be continuing this. We're growing and changing and expanding, and really just keep an eye out on what's coming up. It's really going to be, it's something really amazing that we've been working on for quite a while, and our circle founders have been incredibly patient and flexible and amazing, and they're all incredible humans. And I definitely recommend even just checking out our website, like stayunistay.com, and going and reading about each of our founding circle members who are all listed there, and getting to know them, and they can take you to places and, you know, help you find your way. Final dice roll. Here we go.
All righty. Angela.
Dice roll. Dice roll. Dice roll.
Libra and Uranus in the 10th house of Capricorn.
I love you so much.
It feels like you're trying to make long-term goals and things just keep popping up and getting in the way right now. That's coming to a balance. There's a reason why that's happening, because something in the long-term plan is not going to be harmonious moving forward. So if you're feeling like you're making a two steps forward, one step back type of situation, that's very intentional right now. Uranus brings a lot of like unexpected change and throws a lot of like wrench in the operation type thing, but Libra brings in all the yummy harmony that you need. Yes, I'm using the word.
It makes me so...
People like those words, delicious and yummy, even though they make me cringe every time I hear.
They're applicable though.
So yeah, hopefully that's helpful. This is not lasting forever. There's just a very specific way that you're being led, so that way this goal stays long term and isn't just like, oh crap, back to the drawing board after you're already like in the thick of it.
I love that. The quote that is recommended for you, your mantra, if you will: the key to prayer is to forget what I think I need.
Yeah, very applicable.
I love how that coincides. Yeah. Hope that helps, friend. All right, we've hit our hour. We will be back tomorrow at some point, probably around this time, it feels like. And then there'll be Healing Circle tomorrow in the Stay Unistay Healing Circle. It's Tuesday, and that's how we roll. And until then,
bye y'all.
Bye.